Cassie fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty, if she talking, I ain't. And she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys, I boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her. So, no, I said, what you mean?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and 2 players will be trying to be that today. It's Evans' Chiefs going up against Beckham's Giants.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. On 1st and 10, Webb. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first down throw. Webb. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, good. Watch it now. Check 43.
Here's Webb. And this will be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Webb now from the gun. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Leopard! All right, now, lock at 56. Set. Green, 39. Check, back 99, Philly.
The play clock's running down. Going on fourth, it's Irvin. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first, again, they go with Irvin. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw, Webb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. It's caught, Shepard. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and run down here with Irvin. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Watch it now, Leopard. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
Second and goal from the 5. Asiata here on the ground. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Webb to throw. A screen here to Vereen. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This is Marshawn Lynch, a man who won his lone Super Bowl in this stadium. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, Those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And incomplete here on 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then
and he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Justin Houston. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run.
Let's go.
A second down carry for Irvin. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check.
From the gun, Webb. Flushed out right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
what's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now here comes Kansas City. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Prescott from the gun. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he coughed it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Back 99, Philly, here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Webb flush to his right. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, watch it now, Barney. No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyler Ervin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. First down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. There's the first catch as a 49er for Marquise Goodwin. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 78 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be fielded at the 6. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go now.
On first down, it's Webb. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Roy Miller with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
To throw on third down, Webb. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now out come the Giants. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Prescott now on 2nd down, setting up the screen for West. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Flush to his right. And a catch right side by Evans. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Prescott. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Lynch running the counter, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Webb out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Green 39.
Operating from the gun. Webb. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Second quarter in Cleveland. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And not great starting field position here for the offense. On 1st and 10, Prescott being chased out left. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Second down following the incompletion. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Final play of the half. Prescott eluding the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll throw now on the final play. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime with a visiting. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that one complete to Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 22 and a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's West. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Here's Webb. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught at the 20. A gain of 39 that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Shift together here from the D-line. Again, they run. Again, it's Irvin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my play list, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Webb to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. And Rosas puts this one through. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Time running out here on the play clock. Now a first down throw. Webb. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing again. Webb jumps it off for Irvin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Webb. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Webb now. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. The Giants on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And my goodness, another interception. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line.
Hurry up, here we go!
Irvin on the carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Back to the Philly, here we go!
On on third down. Webb. Open man right side is Ingram. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 7. And he is out of bounds right around the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. A carry now for Lynch, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Prescott, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Following the penalty, Lynch. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw down. Prescott. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team. Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
Second down, goal to go from the 6. Lynch, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Throwing here, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Howard Jones able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down. Play fake. Here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.